afternoon everyone. I am Dr. Sunny K. Mehra, consultant ENT and head and neck surgeon, Apollo Spectra Hospitals. I am here today to give you a short brief on black fungus, what it is, how does it present, and what are the measures by which you can prevent it. So mucormycosis, otherwise known as black fungus, is a very dreadful infection which is invading the blood vessels, which is an opportunistic infection which can be only got by inhaling it via the environment, and it affects mainly immunocompromised individuals. So who are the patients at risk who can develop this black fungus? So the patients who are at risk who can develop this black fungus are usually patients who are undergoing the COVID treatment who have actually undergone the COVID treatment, patients with uncontrolled diabetes mellitus, patients with injudicious use of steroids for a prolonged duration of time, patients who are immunocompromised such as HIV, who have hematological malignancies and hepatitis B, also patients who are undergoing transplantation. Next, I am going to talk to you about the symptoms. What are the symptoms and signs which can direct you towards this condition? A few of them being, first you have a nasal blockage, you have blackish nasal discharge, you have nasal bleeding, you have facial puffiness, you have pain in the eye and behind the eye, severe headache, loosening of tooth or toothaches, blackish patches over the palate and over the mucosa in the cheek. So these are a few symptoms and signs which are alarming and which have to be taken seriously. So this mucormycosis is a disease which is opportunistic and requires a holistic approach of treatment. This treatment cannot be given by a single person. It has to involve the ENT surgeon who first checks the nasal cavity and does a diagnostic nasal endoscopic examination, then an ophthalmologist who checks the eye, its movements, its vision, and if required any kind of orbital treatment has to be given. The third being a physician who treats the electrolyte imbalance and treats the diabetes and also gives us an idea of which particular antifungal agent to be chosen. Then you have a neurophysician who does his neuroprophylaxis and a neurosurgeon if the brain or the cerebral portion of our body is involved. So this is the holistic approach by which a patient can be managed. The next way of treating is, the mainstay of treatment is you treat it by surgically debriding the fungus, sending it for a histopathological and a fungal culture and KOH staining, which clinches the diagnosis. And the next is by also continuing by antifungal therapy. The next way, or what I want to talk about mainly, is how can we prevent. As I told you earlier, this can only come or get into our system by inhalation or by environmental fungus presence in the environment. So how do we prevent? The first way is by wearing our masks in an appropriate way. Second is to use sterile saline solutions while nebulizing or also when given oxygen therapy. Third is to minimize the steroid usage, to avoid usage of unnecessary antibiotics, and using of sanitizers regularly, wearing a mask in an appropriate way, prevent going to places where there is organic decayed matter around. So these are a few ways to prevent. So I would like you to take these steps very seriously, listen to the signs very carefully, and make sure you meet the right doctor at the right time to prevent further damage or injury to your eyes, your nose and your brain. So have a good day, use your sanitizer appropriately where and when required, and wear a mask always. Thank you.